Hey everyone, today I want to talk about color grading in Lightroom. It's super fun once you get into it, but I know for beginners it can feel overwhelming. There are so many sliders that you might think you need to touch everything, and that usually ends with weird looking photos. So I put together 6 simple tips that helps me when color grading. This is the order I personally like to work in, but of course, there's no single right way, just what works for you. And yes, while you editing the photo, I don't know, 1 hour, then go back doing whatever you enjoy, go outside and do, because the colors will feel the same after some time. So let's get started. So I start with the profile before I touch everything else. If I want a punchy image with more saturation, I go for Adobe Landscape. If I need something more neutral, I will pick Adobe Standard. This step sets the base for everything that comes after. And remember, if you click Browse right or down here, you will find tons of other profiles too, as you can see. Um, so yeah, this is for profiles. Then the second thing, white balance for me is one of my favorite tools. Some people like to nail it in camera, but I enjoy adjusting temperature and tint inside Lightroom also. So you can use it to get a clean neutral look with the eyedropper tool, or you can get creative with it. So these are two sliders right here. So for example, for sunset, this image was taken around that time. I love warming things up a bit, pushing the temp and tint to the warm side, so like something like that. And I can go, I won't change much with this one, but I I like to go more warm side, makes color glow beautifully, but on dark, moody winter scene, color tones look amazing, especially with fog. Then the third thing, which I make focus on, even though we usually grade color globally, don't forget how powerful masking is. So this is this button right, this circle button right here. And here we have some masking to choose. After profile and everything, and white balance mask are usually my next step. Radial and linear gradient are my go-to tools. Also subject. So I also choose subject. It will automatically choose one. This image is pretty simple, so it select pretty well. Then I will sometimes I will always put this linear gradient, and I do it some kind of like that. And I also choose radial gradient. This sunset was from this side, so I will do it something like that, maybe. So with these tools, I can keep the darker areas cooler, and with a radial mask, I can enhance the sun, making it warmer or adding a color tint only to that area. So this floor, I will put it a little bit darker. So as you can see, I can lower down a little bit, maybe put some tint in it, but mostly exposure, for example. Then with this one, I will put a little bit more highlights, also contrast, and put it more like something in this way. But now this thing affects the whole this side, so I can also subtract here and take brush, and I will clean this area right here because we don't want background to look something weird. So now it affects just this area here. I can bump this up a little bit, and as you can see, we have some difference already. What I can do is to put this a little bit more wider. That affects our subject also a little bit. And I will put this mask something like that. This is especially helpful for some sunsets and sunrises shots. And that's basically some quick explanation here in masking tools. Now we have tone curves for extra style. So most of people sometimes use these tone curves for contrast only, but if you switch to the individual color channel, so right here, and if you switch to individual color channel, that's where the real color grading fun starts. So here we can choose example on a sunset photo. I can add a bit of warm red to the highlights. So by pulling the red channel highlight point slightly, so I can, as you can see, I will also lower this thing right here. In the blue channel, lowering the highlight points gives a yellow tone, as you can already see. So I can go something like that. For example, nothing special, just I need to find the way that I will like it. Let's say something like that. So these are big moves right over here, but if you're doing small moves, this will be pretty great. I think so. We don't need to complicating here. And the same idea works for shadows too, and the color indicators in the corners help you preview the results. So after this step, we have HL sliders. Is simple but powerful. Hue change the color tone, then saturation make it stronger, and luminance makes it brighter or darker. One quick trick: if your sky leans towards purple during blue hour, So for example, push blue or push the purple hue, this one purple hue, towards blue to clean it up. So I guess I like so. Um, and I also often lower blue luminance to deepen the sky. So you can lower luminance to deepen, as you can see at the background, how it's more deep some area of on the photo. And darker also means more saturated. And for the last one, we have split toning or color grading panel. Last, but definitely one of my favorite color grading tool. Here we control highlights, midtones, and shadows separately. For sunset, I usually warm up the highlights. So highlights, I will put something like that. Uh, and also midtones and also highlights. I use it for sunset. Then add a touch of cool blue into the shadow. So I go something like that. And usually stronger saturation for highlights. So, and if you see, if you hit this circle here, it will move also the color. So press shift on your keyboard and you will get straightforward like that, and you can adjust saturation like so. I will go like that, and you can adjust it however you like. I will put lighter saturation for midtones and very gentle color for shadow to balance everything. You also have sliders like luminance which adjust brightness. So as you can see here at the midtones or highlights, we can go like that, lower a little bit. And blending plus balance that let you shift how strong the toning is, but I don't use those often, only when I need fine adjustment. So color grading isn't about pushing everything to the max. Most of the time, it's small, subtle change that build up to a strong result. I will fix a little bit this one. Experiment a little bit. It's not that hard to understand when you go through some photos. Most of the time, it's small, subtle changes that build up to a strong results. Experiment, have fun, and don't be afraid to play around. Your style will develop naturally, and yeah, after some time, you will be very good at these editing tools. So I hope this video helped you out a little bit. If you did, consider to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.